welcome to the first live stream. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, I'm super excited that this is the first one. So today we're going to be going through the May Paper Co. Advent Calendar box for 2022. I got the premium, I got the personal wide size. So let me show you that one. Okay, cool. All right, so let's open this up. We can finally take a look at what's in the card because I deliberately did not open this so that I wouldn't get any spoilers for the stuff that was coming up. So I'm just gonna grab my slice tool and get this open because it is taped, because May wants to make sure that we don't accidentally see stuff that we don't want to see, which is super thoughtful, mind you. But of course, now I'm having trouble. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's open this up. So we had the contents. What I'll do is, let me pull everything out and we'll go through everything day by day. So, hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Today's Boxing Day in Australia, so the 26th. Hope everyone had a nice safe time, even if you don't celebrate the holiday. Put that over there. Okay, let's pull everything out. So day one was the affirmations cards. So it's a full deck. What I didn't do on the day that we went through this originally, I'll put this out, is, they're back to front. Nope, here we go. So there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 of them all together. Some really, really nice affirmations. So if you like putting some just positive words into your planner, either on a daily or a weekly or a monthly basis, these are a really, really good option. And yeah, I actually really like these ones, and they're really positive affirmations. They're none of this like toxic positivity and all that. So really, really like this one. I love this abundance one. I haven't got the dashboard for this one just yet. I might get it for next year. And I always overcome obstacles. Probably that's one of my favorite ones. So let me know if you can hear me in the chat, if you're watching. Shout out if you've got any questions about anything that we're going through. So this one was day 1. Day 2 was the Vellum monthly cover dashboard set. Now this is the one that probably made me, this is it here. This one was the one that made me really reconsider my planner choices for next year. Because I did get this in a personal wide, and I'll be using a personal to start off with. I'm going to see if I can make that work. What I didn't do on the day that we opened this was I didn't actually unwrap them. So, put that to the side. Okay, so you get this. I love this. I think it's the milk vellum on these ones. They're super thick. So they're really, really, really pretty. Pop all this stuff to the side. So you'll see how thick they are. And you basically get one for every month. So you got the name of the month at the top with the chapter number. Let me see if I can show you this a bit clearer. And then you've got the month number in the bottom corner. So it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Now, like I said, I am planning on using my personal size planner, at least to start off with, for next year. So I think it was Kath, in the comments for one of the videos, she actually suggested cutting these down to personal size, which for these I think I might actually do, and then just repunch them. I'm going to lose the May Paper Co. branding on the side, but I think it'll definitely work. It's about this wide. Actually, let me see if I can find a personal insert, because I've been setting up my planner this morning. Sneak peek. Okay, so if I pull out, so that's a personal size insert. That's actually one that's available in the shop now. I'll give you some information about that at the end. Okay, so if I put that over the top, I can definitely cut this down and get the majority of the design without any trouble at all. And doesn't look like even the hole punching is going to affect the design, because I can't see any of it through the hole punching. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing, in terms of loading these up into my planner for next year. I'm going to, like I said, I'm setting it up today. Okay, cool. So that's these ones. So I'm really excited I'm still going to be able to use these ones. So that's the Vella Monthly Cover Dashboard set, and that was day 2. Then day 3 we had the Clear Gloss White Ink 3-in-1 page marker. Which was that one? 3-in-1 page marker. That's this one. Okay, I didn't realize it was actually gloss, because I haven't pulled off. It's actually got this protective film on it. Just grab my tweezers. Okay, so see if I can pull this up. Here we go. All right, peel that up. See if you can see it. Does it have a protective coating on the back? I don't think it does. Oh, it might. Still a little bit. I can kind of hear something flicking. No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. So it is glossy. It's not crystal clear, but it is glossy. It's making me think that there is another protective coating on the back, but I might be wrong. I feel like I'm lifting at something, but it's not quite coming free. Anyway, it's nice and glossy. Like I said, actually, let me get my B6. Uno momento. Okay, there's Hazel. She's a B6. And it's fairly close to a personal wide. They're just slightly wider. So if I look, let me just find somewhere we can look through. Okay, so in the B6, it's a nice wide tab divider. It goes more than halfway across the width of the page, and it sits maybe 2/3, I think, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if you can see that with the glare. But yeah, so that's with the personal wide or B6. If I move this one out and bring my personal size back in, do the same. And guys, please, please, please always use your tabs to open up your rings, because it's the only way to make sure that they have any chance of surviving. Okay, so with a personal, it still fits really well. I like that it's really, really long. I might actually use that one for either this week or this month or something. I'll have to put a label on there. But it runs about, I'd say about 9/10 of the width of the page, which is still really good. Like, you still get a little bit of a side here to be able to put another tab in at the end. Runs quite smoothly. So you've got the tab, you can use it as a dashboard, you could have it in your inbox section and put some post-it notes on it. Actually, let's see. Let's really play around with these. Okay, so these are the square transparent page flags. They fit here perfectly. So if you wanted to put some notes here, if you wanted to keep a couple of them in your planner, if you don't want to carry around the entire set, you could grab a couple, stick them on here and have a couple of different colors down the side and use it like a page marker holder. In terms of a standard post-it note, so this is your standard, I think it's 50 by 50 millimeters or 3 inches by 3 inches. It's a little bit too big. Okay, so that's going to go, let's see if I can show you here. There we go. All right, so that's going to go off, even like if I'm accounting for where the hole punches are. All right, it's going to go a little bit further over. So this size sticky note is definitely not going to work. This is your standard post-it. But if we look at, for example, these ones. So these are the 50 by 75 mil. These are also from Maypaper Co. This one, I could do the same. So this one I could have, they're going to fit on here without any trouble. So I could lay a couple of these on here and just have them as a, like a mini pad of post-it notes for while I'm out and about. So that's really cool. I like that. I'm not sure if May made different sizes for the different planners. So I don't know if, for example, if it's an A5 box that you got, whether this would have been wider as well as taller. So if you've got an A5 size of the box, shout out and let me know, because I'd really like to see if it was actually designed to go wider, even if you had the pocket one, for example, if it was narrower, because I think this width will fit in most planners, even the smallest. So that's really cool. Anyway, close that up, pop that to the side again. Okay, so that's your 3-in-1 white ink 3-in-1 page marker. Oh, I forgot to mention, you've got the ruler along the side here. So you've got 16 centimeters on the height, or you've got a 6-inch. Because it's clear, you can kind of lay it up or line it up and use it as your ruler really well. It is really thick, so it will, let me show you. Just pulling out my Clanner. So that's my Clanner, my Ride or Die. Everyone knows this one. So it is thick enough that it will quite comfortably and accurately draw that line. Just make sure with this one, because it is floppy, that you do hold it down, because I noticed that when it flicked up a little bit, and that's how I got that double line. So just hold it nice and firm and you're going to get a really nice clean line, no problem. Okay, move some of this stuff out. All right, so definitely going to use this one. Great thing about this one, I don't have to make any modifications to fit that one into a personal. I am so upset I didn't get a personal wide. Anyway, moving on. Okay, day 4 was the 75 by 100 mil check it off sticky note. So I think that was this one. And can I just say, I don't think I noticed this the first time when I opened it, but let me open it up so you don't get the glare. Hey everyone who's joining the stream, say hey in the comments, let me know you're here. Okay. Alright, so this is the check it off. Now it's sticky on the side, on the tall side of the post-it note. What I was about to say was, what I didn't notice when I opened this up the first time was how the font changes. So you've got the normal check it and then off is in italics. It just gives it that really stylish little touch that I love, and it really fits in with the theme of the rest of the items in the box. They all have this little touch of changing from standard to italic, and it's just, yeah, I can really appreciate that. So what I love about this one is that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got space for 7 to-do list items, and then some grid note paper. So if you wanted to like track your steps throughout the day, or if you wanted to write down your meals, or if you wanted to jot anything down, even if you wanted to give yourself a really quick mood tracker in terms of how you're going for the entire day, you've got a really nice grid note here. Now I think I measured it up the other day. It's 3 mil or 3 millimeters. Sorry, I just need to use this part. Yep, it's 3 millimeter. It's a 3 millimeter grid, so really, really super tiny. The lines themselves, so the note lines, we're looking at about 6 millimeters in terms of the height of that line. So really comfortable to write your to-do list items. And this is really great if you're not using, maybe you're not using a daily insert in your planner and you just have a really, really heavy day. You can easily jot down a few things for your day, pop it on your weekly, have an idea of what's going on, but then give yourself a little to-do list. Or if you've been living the to-do list life like me, if you've been watching my Instagram, you'll know I haven't been planning this month because it's just been too busy. And as a result, I've been using little to-do lists on post-it notes. So this is always really good in a pinch. This is definitely something that I would, let me see if it fits on here. I really, really hope it does. Because it's 75 mil, it won't. No, it won't fit on this one. At least not, it won't sit on the entire tab. So it won't work there. But you could still have a couple of them on here in case you needed to. Or if you have, and I keep pulling this in, if you have like, so this is the inbox dashboard that came in a sub box earlier this year. Now it'll definitely fit there because it's the full width in terms of your personal. So you could easily pop that on your inbox dashboard like that and have a whole stack of them, and then that way you can move them around. The other option is if you've got just a divider, and apologies, this really is in the process of being set up. But yeah, so it'll fit on your tab dashboard as well without any trouble. Now that's for a personal. We bring in the B6, which again, comparable to your personal wide. Fits on here without any trouble at all. So it's in there if I want to put it. This gives you an idea of how my plan is set up at the moment before I move everything in for 2023. So it'll fit there without any trouble. Really nice and easy. Okay. I can see we've got a few people watching. Welcome. Appreciate you joining me. Say hey in the chat. Let me know you're here. Okay, cool. So that was the check it off post-it notes. And can I just say, I've picked this up, stuck this down and peeled it back up about 4 or 5 times now in showing this to you, and it is still nice and tacky without any problem. So you can definitely pick these up and move them around. Really, really great quality. Really happy with that. Okay, so next we have the pink and grey Mark Plus Duo and the Uni Jetstream pen. Now, let me start with the Jetstream because I've always wanted a Jetstream. I've got some friends that were like, you will love it. So this is the 0.5. So it writes absolutely beautifully, like just beautiful. It's really smooth. It's really comfortable to hold. Now, to give you a bit of a comparison, because this actually looks really, really fine for a 0.5. This is a Klenner 0.4. Now they're pretty comparable. They're almost exactly the same thickness. So the only difference is in the ink, that the Klenner, I find that's a little bit more of a richer black than with the Jetstream. But let me just do this test Jetstream. I'm not going to give it much time to dry. I'm just going to go over it. No smearing, absolutely no smearing there at all. Whereas if I use the Klenner, and again, not going to give it any time to dry. Actually, that's not too bad. There's a teensy little bit of smearing. Teensy. Almost nothing. So, still really good. So, the Jetstream, I'm actually considering, because it's such a fine point, considering making this one my everyday carry in my personal for next year. So, keep an eye out. I'm still making decisions on that. Now, the only other thing I didn't show you was for this highlighter, you do have, let's see if I can show you, you've got the two tips, one for each color, and they're angled away from each other. So I can use the pink side or I can use the grey side. It's really great if you're like studying, or maybe you're marking up a report or a document or something like that and you want to do a little bit of color coding. This is a really, really great option, because you can do two colors, one pen. Anytime you can reduce the friction in terms of having to do something by just making it easy with your tools. This is a really good one. So this is really great. I'm thinking I might use this while I'm reading my Getting Things Done book, which I still haven't finished, but anyway, getting there. Definitely one I'm going to use, and I might actually look to see if we can, I'm going to see if I can get this one in different colours as well. The pink is just a little bit too bright and bubblegum for my liking. The grey is amazing. I want to see if I can get this one in different colours, but that'll require a little bit of research. Anyway, that's the two pens. So that was day 5. Now, pull this one off because I've gone and ruined it. Well, not ruined it, but you know what I mean. Okay, day 6 was the memo planner insert. It's these ones, these babies. Let's get these open and take a look at them properly. And I've ruined it. Hey everyone who's joining. Thanks for joining me. I know we're all on holidays. Say hey in the chat so I know you're there. Okay. So these were the memo inserts. Now again, this is personal wide. They are going to be way too wide for my personal now. Let's pop these. So you can see where they sit. Let's assume we use the Jetstream next year. Still trading this planner. I've literally just opened it up. Okay. So when it's open, it sits quite comfortably. Now I do have a second pen in here. I'm using a metal pen loop from May Paper Co. to hold my uni pen oil marker pen, and that's so that when I'm writing on transparent notes, I've got an extra pen for it. So while it's open, it's not too bad. It's quite comfortable. Once this trains down, it'll sit not too bad. It's when you close it. So when you close it, these are going to overhang quite a bit, about a centimetre. Okay, so definitely not going to be able to use these in the personal size. The only other option I've got for these ones is to cut them down. and then repunch them. So with these ones, I might just hold on to them to use in my basics or the personal wide. If I swap back, if I find that the personal is just a little bit too narrow, let me find. Okay, let me just go straight to the back. So in my B6, fits in beautifully, and I do have a personal wide page lifter in the back there, that's why it sits perfect. And then you're going to see no overhang. If anything, it's going to tuck in a little bit for mine because I'm using B6 inserts in here. So really, really nice. It's printed on Maize standard paper, which, can I just say how beautiful and glorious it is. It is smooth while still having a little bit of a tooth. It is bright white. Like, it's smooth, but it's not completely smooth. It has the teeniest of tooth to it. And again, with a little italic detail there that I really, really love from this set. Really, really love from this design. So, does it say how many we got? Doesn't say how many. No, I just rolled the thing. There wasn't something stuck on the back. Oh, here we go. So we have 15 sheets on this one, or 30 pages if you look at the double side, if you consider the double side. So really pretty. I like that we've got the facing, like they're opposite and facing. So yeah, really like these ones. I'm definitely going to hold on to these, but they're definitely not going to make it into my personal planner for next year because I don't want to cut them down. All right, so we're halfway. Day 7 was the A6 Noted notepad. Let's open this one up. Okay. So it is a proper notepad. There's no sticky on here. They are glued at the top, so it will peel off. I don't want to ruin this one. Again, we have that really cute italic detail here in the O of Noted, and then you have the ability to tick off idea, list, reminder, message, or other. I've been thinking about this one. So if you're someone who has planner magnets, for example, or ollie clips, there we go, it keeps clicking. Can't decide whether or not I want to keep it open or not. All right, now A6 is way too wide to fit in a personal, so you can see it's definitely overhanging here. You could punch it though and then fold it in like a fold out, so that's an option, particularly if you've got one of those portable paper punches that you can carry around in your planner. That's one option because it'll fit in the back. So particularly if you've got a Kikki K. Oh, it won't fit in the personal one because it is too wide. It'll fit in the B6 though. Move this around. So that's the B6. Now, it'll fit in here. Now, if I pull it, right, change my mind. Pull it out. Just going to grab a couple of clip options